So we are gonna be playing Letters from the Past, or rather, Undusted Letters from the Past. And this is a game that I did a demo for a while back. The demo is available on YouTube. I'm sorry, my gameplay of the demo is available on YouTube. It just got a full release not too long ago, so when I saw that, I was really excited, and I figured instead of me playing a horror game tonight, we might do something just a little cozier tonight and everything. Not using my Halloween VTuber or anything like that, we're just gonna use the PNG here and kind of go from there. And I'm really excited to uncover more of Adora's story and just hanging out with everybody right now tonight. So we're gonna start. When I think of my family home, the first things that come to mind are the glittering lake and the gently sloping hills. After walking through the bustling streets, over the hills and along the lakeside, my house and its bright red roof soon came into view. I would chat with Mom and Dad as we passed through the front gate together, and the big lemon tree in the yard would always greet us. For someone like me who lacked courage, maybe all I needed was an excuse, no matter how small. A letter from my aunt was enough. Dear Adora, long time no see. How have you been? Are you doing all the things you've always wanted to do? It's been a while since I've heard from you. Come to think of it, the last time we saw each other was at Lily's funeral. I'm sorry to trouble you after all this time, but I can't find the necklace your mother gave me. I'm fairly certain that I left it at your house after one of my visits. I really thought I had lost it for good, you know. I know it's a bit of a hassle, but could you send it to me? It should be in the attic. That's where Lily and I spent most of our time together when I was over. Thank you. Love, your aunt. It's been a long time since I came back. I should tidy up the place. I suppose now's the right time. For the time being, it's the least I can do. The key. Ah, here it is. It's rusted all over. I'll have to clean it before I can use it. So this game is a cozy cleaning simulator, but with story, and it's really nice. It's a really nice game to play and just like chat with people and everything if anybody wants to chat. Otherwise, you're just gonna have me reading and talking and just yammering about as I normally do. So, tutorial part. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Hold the right click and drag the mouse around to rotate the key. Hold the mouse wheel button and drag the mouse around to move the key. Okay. Click the mouse button once to reset the position. Select the tool on the left to clean the key. So this is what I mean. My VTuber is covering it, but we have a little toothbrush right here. And we can click left to then reach 40% cleaning progress. Hints unlocked. Hints become available after cleaning items to a certain extent. Hold tab to view areas that need cleaning. Now we have to reach 99% cleaning progress. Let me just tune in real quick, hear how it sounds. I think I might need to level louder for myself as well, actually. Okay, so I think sounds a little bit better. Let me bring it up on OBS a little bit more. Testing, testing. And maybe a little bit more. Let's try that now. Okay, I think that should be good. So we reached 99%. We'll enable the wrap up button. Finish cleaning by either reaching 100% cleaning progress or by pressing the wrap up button. Hi Hikikomori, how are you today? No 10th command, unfortunately. When was the last time this place was cleaned? There's so much dust that I can barely breathe. I need to go to the attic and find that necklace. Huh? Why is it locked? Now that I think of it, I've hardly ever been into the attic. Mom was always the one in charge of it. Oh well. I need to clean the rest of the house anyway. The attic key should eventually turn up. You figured you would do something crazy high, you're bound to qualify. Maybe one of these days it'll be a command. But you're good, that's good to hear. My evening's alright. We came home from dinner. I just kind of chilled at my computer. I was gonna do some video editing and decided to just end up sitting here. I don't even know how I really spent my evening, honestly. I did some Infinity Nikki, I think. Yeah, I did. Just like collecting Eureka's and upgrading them and everything. Which I guess is like the equivalent of artifacts on, like, let's say like other gacha games like Genshin. But I can't sleep, so I figured I would stream. And I decided to do something other than a horror game today, or tonight rather. So here we are doing what hopefully will be a cozy stream for people to hang out and all that fun stuff. And hopefully the sound balance is okay. Where should I even start? The house key. It hasn't been used in a long time. Oh, click here. Okay, I have to click specifically there, not just anywhere on the screen. After being neglected for so long, the house was so heavily laden with dust that I needed a mask to breathe normally. I opened the window and started clearing out some of the dust. When it was cleaning day, I used to be in charge of the floors. Mom took care of the furniture, and Dad handled the windows and any tall places that were out of reach. I closed my eyes. I could almost hear it all again. The sounds of Mom wiping down the furniture, Dad's humming. While cleaning the living room, I found a dust-covered photo frame on a shelf. Housed inside was our first family photo. Chapter 1: Once Upon a Time. A special photo. So let's clean the item. And I have some tea, so if I need to hydrate, I have that. When we went to take our first family photo, Dad had made a peculiar suggestion. While it wasn't unusual for him to say or do something quirky, none of us saw it coming. Why don't we all wear animal costumes? It'll be Adora's first ever family photo, so let's make it a special and unforgettable experience. So this is a very interesting family photo idea. He pleaded like a giddy child, arms firmly wrapped around a large costume. Mom let out a deep sigh. Here we go again. So this is actually a new item from the demo. The demo didn't have this particular item, so it's nice to not have it be exactly the same as the demo. It was massive. He really loved his jokes and pranks. A complete 180 from Mom. And now we have a scouring pad. Look at this photograph. Forever? Okay. Oh, we actually are clearing up the photo too. We never ended up wearing costumes like he had wanted to. This is such a cute photo. I think that is something that I always have a hard time with, I guess, is photos. Feels like pressure washing some. Yeah, it does at times. I do have that on the PlayStation. I do like this though because it does have, a narrative as well. So it's story time. Especially, Friday night and people just wanting to get cozy or just relax after a long day and prepare for the weekend and everything. I figured this would be a good idea. Okay, so we're missing a spot. Okay, there we go. It's such a nice photo too. I love the art style. Honey, Honey, don't you think there's a reason why people take more traditional photos? Because they couldn't come up with anything creative? Are you serious? Can't we just take a normal picture? But, Adora! Look at this. What a cute cat. Oh, so you're only trying to talk to Adora into your plan now? Our very first family photo together. A seemingly ordinary picture with an amusing story behind it. And so ensued a battle between an unstoppable father and an immovable mother. As always, Mom won, leaving Dad with his shoulders hunched in defeat. While Mom was talking to the photographer, I snuck over to Dad and whispered, "Let's wear costumes next time." He only responded with a slight nod. When I looked at that photo afterwards, I saw that he had given me bunny ears. Mom noticed shortly afterward and gave Dad a light rap on the head. But the sheer dad-like triumph on his face sent us all into a fit of laughter. Our very first family photo. And this is the teacup now. Okay, I do remember the teacup a little bit. When I was young, Mom often told me it was dangerous to go into the kitchen or attic alone. But the more someone told me not to do something, the more I wanted to do it. One day, when Mom and Dad were out, I excitedly went into the kitchen to examine the cupboard that was just barely within reach. My heart was pounding as I opened the cupboard. There were many beautiful porcelain teacups, and I took out the one I thought was prettiest. Suddenly, the front door opened with a creak. Someone was back. It was the sound of porcelain breaking on the floor. The teacup had slipped out of my hands. The sharp sound of shattering porcelain froze me in place. I heard Mom urgently calling my name. Once she came into the kitchen and saw what had happened, her face froze. So this one is where we use both the scouring pad and the toothbrush. Her face was so pale and stern. I had never seen her look like that before. So we're gonna use this for the more widespread surfaces. And then we'll probably use the toothbrush on the finer sides. But as I'm cleaning, what's everybody's plans for the weekend? Yazri, I know you mentioned that you were gonna play some more video games and maybe some more yard work. I wasn't sure if anything has changed since that. And Hikikomori, I think you were busy working when I was asking that question, because I believe you were lurking and all that. What's this symbol? It must have some kind of meaning. I don't remember this symbol, actually, from the demo, so that's actually new. I wonder what that refers to. I was at the shop earlier. It's been strangely busy after a long stint of nothing. Would you prefer busy versus nothing? Or busy versus slow? You would prefer your numbers to look good to the bosses while not having to do anything. That's fair. I know that feeling. When I used to work Access at the Community Mental Health Agency, it was nice to be able to just get my job done and meet the numbers and all that stuff without having to stress too much, or at least being able to do my own readings and do schoolwork at the same time. But it definitely got busy around the holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and I think one of the years I worked was like right in time of the election. So around election time, that was another moment where it was pretty busy with people, being stressed out and anxious with what was going on at the time. I hope that this game doesn't make me cry. Because I feel like there was like some stuff in the demo that was like borderline like sad and bittersweet, and I feel like I would want to cry during those moments. So we will see. We will see. No concrete plans this weekend. Need to start gutting your pickup to prep for stereo install, but it's a mission, so you're too lazy. You'll get that done eventually, I'm sure. Maybe the maid work is to distract you from dwelling on the depressing stuff. Maybe, but we'll see. We will see how this goes. Because I will say, I definitely cry a lot easier now compared to when I was in my early 20s. Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break it. Adora, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. And I even broke one of the teacups. It's okay, Adora. Everything's okay as long as you aren't hurt. A porcelain teacup that is barely intact. One of Mom's most treasured possessions. After giving me a big hug, she started to carefully gather the shards of porcelain in silence. I still couldn't forget how she had looked at the broken teacup. The next day, I secretly retrieved the shards from the trash and clumsily glued everything back together. Then, I returned the fragile teacup to its place in the cupboard, hoping that Mom would feel better after seeing it. When Mom discovered the teacup later, she murmured, "This is a much more fitting appearance." I didn't understand why, but her smile looked bitter. Next item. What glows in the dark? That looks like a whiskey bottle or something? Mom loved writing with fountain pens. No matter how long the letter or document. Oh yeah, it is an ink bottle, given what this is. I'm used to like the Patron bottles looking like that very square off bottle shape and everything, and the cork top thing, all that. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. My mom likes to drink Patron. I'm more of a whiskey and rum person, and sake. Whenever I asked if it was tiring to write so much by hand, she would always say, "It's difficult, but it's worth it." Mom had a routine before writing. First, she would sit at her desk with perfect posture. Then, she'd neatly lay out a fresh sheet of paper. Finally, she'd select one ink bottle from her collection and gracefully dip the nib of her exquisite fountain pen. I loved watching this process. So I used to quietly sit beside her whenever she took up her pen. Watching her fill empty sheets of paper with her handwriting imparted a special feeling I couldn't experience anywhere else. It's not bad. Price-wise, you'll do 1800. Tastes fine and it's 100% agave. I don't know if I've ever had 1800. We sell it, or we did sell it at the bar. But yeah, I don't think I've ever had 1800 myself. She had so many inkwells. Sometimes I'd spend half a day just looking at them all. I don't think she used this one very often. I wonder why. Cause like I know, like for me, it's like like certain uses get certain things. So like if I'm writing, because I used to write letters actually too, I would use certain stationery for certain people. Because like it made me think of them, or it was something like to help to cheer them up. I also am very particular about what pens I use as well. So that was another thing. Louis Blue Ink Edition. Something that doesn't expire or dry out makes sense, but ink? Use it or lose it at least, I assume. Yeah, like if it's not gonna expire, but I guess like in some cases like the ink, like ink bottles like these, like if it did dry out and then you like empty it, you can always like refill it with the ink you want, or turn it into like a oil incense, or something else, you know, reuse and everything. Because even like the bottle itself becomes a memento, I think. We're gonna make this as clean as possible. Because it doesn't take a lot to make it go to 100, you know? Speaking of repurposed bottles, have I heard of Sexton single malt whiskey? It wasn't terribly expensive, but the bottle looks awesome just for that. Only mentioning it because you literally have an empty one on your desk. Really? I don't think I've ever heard of that actually. Would you mind sharing it in the server? I'd like to see what the bottle looks like. If you don't mind, that is. Thank you. Only in the darkest of nights can you discover the star hidden within. Louis. That's a quote from Mom's favorite writer. Why is it written on here? Because it's a limited edition ink. Dad and I were still university students, so it took him a lot of hard work to buy it. But it looks new. Is it because you don't want to waste it? Adora, let me show you something. If you write with this ink and then turn off the lights, can you see the words glowing? The darker the room is, the brighter the ink shines. To Adora, Lily and Ash's beloved daughter, you need to eat a variety of foods to grow big and strong. Okay, so this is why this ink was not used so often. It's a very special ink. I definitely understand that, Nen. But I hate carrots. If you become brave enough to finish your carrots, I'll give you a fountain pen as a present. A special ink that glows in the dark. A quote from a famous writer is displayed on the label. I adored fountain pens, so it was an irresistible offer. Mom looked into my awestruck eyes and said, "Do you know why I love fountain pens?" Because you can learn about someone through their handwriting. Even if I wrote something without much thought behind it, I learned more about myself after reading those words. She gently closed the inkwell. For some reason, after that day, I never saw her use a fountain pen again. I think this game is really good on their sound design. Like when I was saying she gently closed the inkwell, you could hear the sound of the inkwell being closed, of the stopper being put in, and it's such a nice detail. Like there was a few moments already where like little ambient noises can be heard if you pay attention enough, and I just love the sound design of this game. Honestly, I'm really big about sound design for games, like when I can like notice something and like think about like the thought behind it and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna drink some tea now, so one moment. Achieving happiness. Dad absolutely loved music. Whenever he could, he'd be humming or playing various instruments. He told me that he used to be in a children's choir and that he had joined a band during his university days. Whenever he returned home from work, he'd sing a little song he composed titled "Dad Loves Coming Home." Mom would always warn him about disturbing the neighbors, but she could never mask her smile. Thanks to Dad, music enriched every dimension of our lives. The first line always made me laugh. What was it again? You can't hold me back, I'm free. No one can ever stop me. Was that it? Hopefully I could tell with the front half that it's hexagonal. Wait, let me double check that real quick. Like my brain really went like, ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, yes. Okay. I see what you mean by it being hexagonal. Okay. That's really interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look for that when I get a chance to go back to the liquor store. Also, this is such a cute little turtle thingy. It's a little turtle. Oh! It plays music. Why is it growing stuff? Well, it has holes. So stuff like dust and whatnot probably got into it. Yeah, it's an ocarina essentially. The little puff of air right there. Oh, this is so cute. This is such a cute little thing. Let's switch to the brush, just to get these finer details. This is probably something I would actually want to have for myself. Like, just to display it and everything. Especially if there's like memories to it and all that. This would be so nice. Bonus points if it's a cat. Trying to find all the little spots. I'd like to, be able to get them all to 100% if possible. There we go. Oh, that was so cute. Adora, I'm done. After my hit single, Dad Loves Coming Home, my newest release is Dad Loves the Weekend. Oh. You sure you're not a kid too? You got me. Since my secret's out, how about a song? Where did I put my ocarina? Dad, if you love music so much, why'd you become an accountant? Music and accounting are completely different. That's a good question, Adora. You see, I love music, but it doesn't mean that I can't live without it. On the other hand, I get itchy if I don't work with numbers for even a single day. To achieve happiness, it's not about doing what you want. It's about doing what you can't live without. When you find something like that, you'll understand exactly how I feel. We have achieved happiness here, a cute turtle-shaped ocarina. Dad often played his own songs on it. Dad then started to joyfully play his ocarina. His face was that of a man who had everything he needed to be happy. I suddenly grew curious and asked, "Then, what can't you live without?" He replied, "Lily and Adora. That's why I'm the happiest man in the world." He then declared that his next song would be named Dad is Super Duper Happy. Despite my laughter, I couldn't wait to hear the next release in his Dad series. I often found myself humming his songs, and his words stayed with me. Would I also find something I couldn't live without? One day, on our way home, we came across a cute kitten crying by its lonesome. I couldn't bear to leave it there by itself, so I begged my parents to let me bring it back with us. Without hesitation, Dad started brainstorming ways to lure the kitten. Should we get some food as bait? How about foxtail grass? Maybe a cardboard box? Dad and I excitedly exchanged ideas, but after a few minutes, we realized that Mom hadn't said a single word. Oh, it's a little cat plushie thingy. Dad really had the heart of a child. Instead of stopping me, he joined right in. Oh. Yeah, it's a little plushie. It's like a squeaky toy. So this is like a hand vac steam cleaner, I think. Being that it's kind of grayish, it makes me think of Pasheen. You know? But yeah, this hand vac thingy is definitely new. You know, because this game just came out, I actually don't know how long this game will take to finish. But I think I'll just be streaming until I get tired, and if we don't finish it, we'll just, continue it another night. I don't think we're ready to own a cat. We don't know how to properly care for one, and we don't have any cat food or supplies. How can we care for it if we can't fulfill its needs? But, Lily, aren't you being a bit too serious? Of course, having a pet is a huge responsibility, but Adora can learn how to be responsible by taking care of it. And we can buy whatever supplies we need. What if its mother is still around? We might be taking a child from its parent. She could have been abandoned. That isn't something we know for sure. No means no, Adora. A striped cat plushie. It is soft and makes cute sounds when you squeeze it. Take care of a cat? Imagine when they find out that they basically take care of themselves. I wonder if the reason why it's a discreet apology means that Mom gave Adora this cat plushie as an apology for not being able to take in the actual cat. I was so upset after we returned home. I slammed my door shut and refused to leave my room. That evening, Dad came over and gave me a stuffed animal. It was soft, fluffy, and looked like the kitten from before. Mom bought this for you, but she didn't know how to give it to you. The softness of the plushie mollified the sadness in my heart. A few days later, I saw the same kitten at the same spot. This time, though, it was with another cat with a matching coat, its mother. Mom was right. If I had taken the kitten home, I couldn't help but feel ashamed. Oh, at least the mom came back. I'm actually curious, can we skip to see how many? Or, okay, so we can actually skip ahead. And it seems like 16 is our last chapter. Or last item. But we're still in chapter 1, I believe. Yes, we're still in chapter 1. My hometown was always too warm for snow. If any snow did happen to fall, it would melt as soon as it touched the ground. Things like snowball fights and snowmen only existed in TV shows and fiction. Some of my childhood wishes included leaving footprints in fresh white snow, making snow angels, and building a huge snowman. Fun fact, I have never built a snowman before. I grew up in an area that did have snow, but I never built a snowman. I'd be interested to make a snowman one day, maybe, if we get enough snow. When we finally had time for a family trip, I begged to go somewhere with an abundance of snow. Also, I think it'd be really cute to make one of those snow rabbits. If there's like red berries or anything like that, and twigs and leaves, I'd like to make a snow rabbit as well. And that's how we ended up having a snowy vacation. Thanks to that, I gotta check off a lot of things on my bucket list. Okay, so we also have a cloth now. Use the cloth. Okay, so that was an achievement. Clean off a flower. Well, it came off, so we are going to do it. I mean, it looks really pretty with the flowers, but gotta clean, you know? I think this is like a multi-layer thing, so like we be brushing off the first layer of dirt, and then I think using the cloth to clean the rest of the globe. Yeah. This is a really pretty snow globe. want that. There's a speck. I just want to clean the speck. Now we're gonna do the finer details. I think I liked it better when it was a yellow base rather than this bronze. But this is fine too. You thought I was removing rust from gold this whole time. Yeah. I like the yellow more than this bronze, but oh well, right? There we go. Unforgettable moments. Dad, the snow crunches when you step on it. And when you lie down, it's so soft and fluffy. Really? Then I want to lie down too. Huh, you're right, Adora. It's really soft. I saw on TV that if you wave your arms and legs like this, you can make a huge snow angel. Then how about we make some big snow angels to watch over our family? Okay. Marshmallows are ready. You two better eat first, or you won't have enough energy to play. A snow globe we purchased on a family trip. It evokes many happy memories. We made giant snow angels, built snowmen, and had an all-out snowball fight with no regard for how snow-crusted our clothes became. After it grew dark, we gathered around the fireplace and drank sweet cocoa. As the comforting warmth of the fire lulled me to sleep, I could hear Dad humming and Mom turning the pages of her book. On our way home, we bought a snow globe to commemorate all the wonderful memories from our vacation. However, since some time ago, I had deliberately hid the snow globe out of sight. Those warm memories became a source of agony, as they reminded me of days I could never return to. Chapter 1 complete. So that was definitely referring to like much happier times. And now we go more, I guess, into some more bittersweet moments. Frozen time. I had hoped to find the attic key in the living room, but it didn't turn up. I decided to search my room next. It looked exactly as it did on the day I left home. Only the thick layer of dust on everything indicated any passage of time. My focus was drawn to my desk, where Dad's pocket watch lay. There used to be a time when its cogs still turned and its soft ticking could still be heard. When Mom gave Dad this pocket watch, Dad was delighted with the engraved design. A lily, just like Mom's name. Wherever Dad went, so too did the pocket watch. Shortly after I started high school, the pocket watch fell silent for good. It is a really nice pocket watch, honestly. Dad, how are you doing? Are you still cracking jokes over there? I don't think I'm doing that well. So let's see where we should start. I feel like the toothbrush is probably going to be for a lot of the details, but let's use the scouring brush to just get a general, brush off all of the dust and the dirt, just to see what we're working with here. And I remember this from the demo, but like you had to open it up in order to get the rest of the pocket watch etched in heart. Okay, so let's zoom in and let's take the toothbrush and just kind of go over the finer details. So for those of you who are here in chat, what are your thoughts on this game so far? Or just, thoughts and feedback on the stream even. Because I know it's definitely a difference from me screaming and being all panicky and everything. Pressure washing sim, but slower. Yeah. Which, did you hear that there's gonna be a power wash sim 2 actually? So I'm not quite sure what's gonna make it different from the first one, but I think it's coming out soon. Let's take the cloth and wipe down pocket watch itself. Looks like it has a crack. Okay. Haven't heard about it. Just a cash grab for a new title instead of a cheap add-on DLC. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna be different about it. I only just saw that they were gonna do it, but I mean, it'd be interesting if there are differences, but otherwise, if it's not, then yeah, just because more like a DLC and a cash grab. I could totally pass this off in the ASMR category. People just read for streams. Yeah, I did do a reading stream once for a kinetic novel for Valentine's Day actually. That is also on YouTube. Although there were moments where there were just some moments in the visual novel where it's super outlandish, and it kind of broke the immersion. There we go. Frozen time. Adora, how many times have I told you not to call the office directly? You're usually back by now, and I couldn't get in touch with you. Oh, I'm sorry. I got caught up in work and completely lost track of time. I think it's a very interesting visual detail actually, when mom is being distant and that relationship is being affected. We don't see mom's face We see a shadow being casted over her face and everything, compared to when she's happy and engaged and present with our own relationship. We actually see her, like, her eyes open, facial expressions, all of that. So it's a really interesting detail to indicate the distance between mom and daughter. I'll make sure to check my phone more often from now on, but please text instead of call. Alright. Oh yeah, Mom. I was cleaning my room earlier, and I found the cassette player Dad gave me. I'm sorry, Adora, but I still have a lot of work to do. Don't wait for me. And make sure you don't go to bed too late. So I guess Dad passed away. Mom, wait, That must have been really lonely. A broken pocket watch. Its time remains eternally frozen, just like my family's. I desperately needed Mom, but she threw herself into work as if she wanted to forget Dad, and maybe all of us. Days passed and we barely spoke to or even saw each other. I kept telling myself that I had to try to understand her, that she was raising me all by herself now. But my sorrow and grief grew nearly unbearable as they rendered my nights sleepless. Things would have been much easier if I had just blamed her. Yet, whenever I saw Mom so exhausted and fatigued, sadness came before anger. I hated her for leaving me alone, but at the same time, it pained me to see her eroding away. As much as I longed for her comfort, I wanted to comfort her too. This is where it gets really sad. What I found in the darkness. When I couldn't stand the silence in the house, I would listen to Dad's tapes. Listening to those songs made it feel like he was right there beside me. One day, I heard a composer tell his story on a radio show. When I was a kid, my father used to hum songs he had wrote himself, so I became interested in music. I hardly saw him after my parents' divorce, but whenever I sang his songs, I felt like I was back in those happy childhood days. That's how I started composing. For me, it's a way of bringing comfort, not only to me, but to others in similar circumstances. I could see myself in his story, and his songs resonated with me. Naturally, I admired him. Finally, I understood what Dad had meant. I wanted to tell him that I found something I couldn't live without doing. I found a part-time job and started saving money for composing tools. So she's finding music is her calling and what she can't live without. When Mom asked about it, I thought she was finally taking some interest in my life. Oh, it's a sound mixer. I think it still works. Should I turn it on now? Let's wait a little bit. interesting. You can actually interact with it. Okay, so it seems like this knob handles these two. Bop it, twist it. Yeah. That's so interesting. But it also means that you have to make sure you move the lever so that you can clean it. That's an interesting detail right there. It is 3:39 a.m. Still not tired. This game is really nice and relaxing. I'm glad I chose this to stream. I was debating between this and Flowers and Favors, honestly, which is a game where I am a florist. And it's where I'm a florist and people come by and they request a bouquet and I make it for them, which is another demo that I did a while back. The idea of like making bouquets sounds really interesting, honestly. Stressful because my OCD kind of gets in the way and it's like I'm thinking like, oh, this is not really that balanced or anything like that. But it always ends up working out in the end. There we go. What I found in the darkness. Mom, you're late again. You must be exhausted. Yes, a little. How was your day? Born in it, molded by it. The Batman movies. Adora, what are all those things? Oh, these? A MIDI controller, a microphone. They're tools for composing.
Hmm?
By composing, do you mean composing music? Uh-huh. I started making songs little by little, and I got a part-time job to buy these tools myself. Wait, Adora, a part-time job? You started working just for a hobby? Adora, you need to be studying hard for your future right now. Don't waste your time on things like that, and quit your part-time job too. Gee, Mom. Like, can't you just let me live my life? A red MIDI controller. The first piece of music equipment I ever bought with my own money. I wanted to tell her that it wasn't just a hobby, that I was serious. But before I could say anything, Mom said she was tired and headed towards her room. My words were met with the sound of her door closing shut. I was left alone in an all too familiar silence. I was angry at Mom for not listening to my words, but I kept trying to understand her. I thought she might change her mind if I showed her how serious I was. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I keep going back between Mum and Mom. It's like, I don't know, it's just going back and forth, especially seeing it written out as Mom. But like, when I talk to my own mom, I say Mum. So I'm gonna go back and forth with, how I pronounce it. Much like how music had comforted me, I wanted Mom to feel comforted too, and if possible, with a song of my own creation. It's strange, isn't it? Yeah, it is. A melody of comfort. Look at those flowers. They're such pretty flowers. After that day, I spent every spare moment composing. Not only was it my first song, but it was a song for Mom. When I felt that I had poured enough of my heart into it, I recorded my song onto a cassette tape. I fervently hoped that it would bring her some comfort. Even if I couldn't fully convince her, if I could at least help her feel a little bit better. When Mom came back home, exhausted as usual, I nervously handed her the tape. Like, look at these flowers. I thought, if Mom listened to it, she would understand how serious I was. Like, this is such a nice aesthetic, honestly. Like, just the flower buds on it. I'm gonna be so sad about, like, cleaning them off, honestly. But I have a job to do. Oh, there's even flowers inside it. Well, those are gonna have to get cleaned out, right? So pretty much the rest of this is probably going to be the brush, like the toothbrush that we have here, the finer details. I think we could probably finish this game in one sitting actually. Also, I'm like in the process of editing the VOD for Late Homework and Layers of Fear, and Layers of Fear right now, like after doing some editing, not all of it, I still have a bunch more editing to do through it. It's about 4 hours long of a video, and then Late Homework with the very minimal editing I did get done so far, it's about 5 hours, 5.5 hours or something like that. So I'm gonna be trying to shorten them down as much as I can. Probably just gonna be trying to focus on getting rid of the stuff where just I'm like running around in circles and not much is happening. But there'll definitely be some lengthy videos in the future. Is there a progress bar somewhere to know how much you have left? Yeah, so this bar right here at the bottom, this tells me how much I have cleaned, to tell me how much is left. I actually don't pay too much attention to the progress bar. I just kind of like look for areas that looks like they might have smudges, and then once I hit that 99%, then I use the tab key to see what are the other little specks that I'm missing, because usually it's just like little specks, but like once you get 99%, that's typically the end of the level, unless you want to 100% clean it. So like right now, it's like really hard to see any dirty spots. So we're gonna click tab. Oh, in the entire game since. So when we took a look at the chapter select or the item select, it had 16 items, and this is item number 10. So that's kind of why I think we'd be able to finish this in one sitting, actually. There we go. A melody of comfort. You composed this yourself? Yeah, the melody came to me first, so I started with that. I'm still working on the lyrics. Oh, and there's another one I'm preparing for a competition. The theme is... Hold up, Adora. Didn't I tell you last time? You need to focus on your studies. Mom, I know it might seem like only a hobby right now, but please, can you at least try listening? Adora, do you even hear what you're saying? How can you waste your time on this instead of studying for your future? I'm tired, so let's talk another time. Another time? When's that gonna be? When you quit your job? As if that'll happen? Adora, I'm saying this for your sake. I'm serious about becoming a composer. I want to make it so you don't have to worry about money anymore. And people said I'm pretty talented, so... Adora, I said no. Don't even think about it. Right now, you may feel like you're special, talented, there is no word more meaningless. Don't get carried away because of a mere compliment. Praise proves absolutely nothing. That's really harsh. Dad's cassette player. Despite how old it is, it can still play tapes. Why was she so angry? Was she more tired than usual? Even now, I still don't know why Mom reacted so explosively. I never expected her to yell at me like that. Her fury left me speechless. While I was stunned, she tore the tape from my hands and threw it into the trash. Without so much as a backwards glance, she said, "Stop wasting your time on worthless things like this." When she threw away wasn't only a cassette tape. Therein was the piece of my heart that held my drive to comfort Mom, despite the loneliness after Dad's passing. Even if hating her was the easier path, I didn't give up trying to understand her. But at that moment, when my heart was equated to trash, I felt something disappear from inside me. After Mom's rage quelled and silence fell once again, I finally gave up trying to understand her. This is going to be an interesting one to clean, actually. The music box was the last present I ever received from Dad. Whenever I felt lonely, I would wind it up and talk to him as if he were right beside me. "Dad, if you were still here, you would have supported me, right? Mom doesn't understand what it's like to have a dream, to have something you can't live without. All she wants to do is fit into the mold. That's probably the only life she knows." I cried for a long time, pouring out my anguish. Listening to the music box play, it felt like Dad was sitting right next to me. After that day, I stopped waiting for Mom. I didn't even want her to talk to me anymore. I had nothing to say to her. So we're just gonna loosen up a lot of the big pieces right now. Just gonna, do a quick polish. Make it a little bit easier to work with. And we have some type of vacuum. Oh, it's an air blow gun. So we are blowing off the air. Oh, and we have a bar actually. So it overheated, so we need to wait a little bit. So we should be able to use it again soon. Okay, we're gonna let that recharge and just kind of do a little bit of detail work right now. No, not in any type of exact way. I'm just kind of brushing. And in a moment we are gonna turn that key and see what happens. Actually turn this. This is really pretty. Let's just enjoy this for a little bit. That was so pretty. Oh, that was so nice. That recharge. Just do some. Actually, let's do the bigger one. Get a little bit more surface area, you know? Just saw like a speck of dirt in there, so I just want to make sure that was as clean as possible. We're gonna take the detail brush a little bit more again. Make sure we're getting those edges here. All the little tiny crevices. So we had more to clean in here actually. Well, let's use the little vacuum. Hi Zin, how are you today? Thanks for coming by. I was like thinking like there's like little dirt under the hinges, so I was like maybe I can open it. Wait, does that say Adora? Pretty good eating eating dinner right now? Nice! What are you eating for dinner? If you don't mind me asking. Tonkotsu? Nice! Yeah, the only time I can have tonkotsu is if I make it myself. How have I been lately? I've been alright, you know, just getting by with work and streaming and everything. I've been streaming a lot of horror games, I'd say, this month, but for right now, I decided to go with more of a chill, cozy game for right now. How about yourself? What has been new for you? Okay, we still have a lot to clean apparently. Oh, you start your new job on Sunday? That's awesome! Congratulations! How do you feel about starting? I am making sure it is as squeaky clean as possible while we do this. Pretty confident. To be honest, you thought you weren't going to get accepted after your video interview. Really? Any reason? Is there any reason for that? Here we go. But I'm glad that you got your job interview done and everything. Adora, can we talk for a minute? I'm busy right now. I'm sorry for how I acted. I must have been tired, so I got emotional. But it was for your sake, Adora. I don't want you to suffer. Right now, things may seem fun and exciting, so you might think that the road ahead will be easy. Someday, you'll understand. For now, it would be better if you focus on your studies and kept composing as a hobby. Now I get why you're saying these things. You've never had anything you've truly wanted to do, have you? All you've ever done is live by other people's standards. That's why you don't understand how serious I am and what it's like to have something you can't live without. If Dad was here, he would have understood me. At least he wouldn't have thrown away my tape like that. He wasn't anything like you. A music box that plays after you wind it. The last gift Dad ever gave me. You just didn't feel too confident when you were answering the questions. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I get that. I've definitely been in a spot like that before too. I deliberately chose the words that would hurt her the most. I thought I had the right to, since she was the one who hurt me first. Mom said nothing during my verbal onslaught. Her silence only fueled my rage, so my words became harsher, crueler, more vicious. Mom quietly took my wrath, and after the room fell silent, she left without a single word. Left alone, I picked up the music box and said to myself, "It's okay. That was nothing compared to what she did to me." It's a lot about hurt feelings going around. A radiant dream. It's a camera. It was a peaceful weekend afternoon. I had started to doze off after putting stickers all over Dad's camera. In my half-awake state, I could faintly make out Mom and Dad's voices as they quietly talked. I wanted to keep listening to their conversation, but before long, I fell asleep. Thank you for the hydrate, Yazuri. Dad used to take pictures of me and Mom whenever he could. It looks like it still might work if I charge it. I'll try turning it on after cleaning it. How is everybody currently doing right now? We've been streaming this for 2 hours, so hopefully you guys are all doing okay. This makes me think of my old camera. I'm pretty sure I kept it in the box, like once I was no longer using it, but I can't be for certain. A lot of my stuff is still at my parents' house actually, and they took most of my stuff into the basement, and there's a lot of stuff in the basement, so it'd be a bit hard to try and figure out where in the basement things are until it gets cleaned out and everything. Look at all those stickers. Antique low pixels. Oh nice, we can actually freshen up the stickers as well. be using the hand vac on, or the blow gun? Like, would it be when we open up the camera? Right, to like the battery component and all that stuff? Made in Korea. Hi. She's currently nuzzling one of the boxes in the room. Just like plopped on the ground and is just squirming about. She's being really cute, but if I try to take a video right now, she's just gonna stop what she's doing. Just gonna wait for this blowgun to recharge. Miss Patsy, hello. Hi. She even stuck a little sticker in the camera light thing. Wow. Oh! Accidentally take a photo with the camera. Oh, okay, so that was an achievement. Oh! We can actually extend the lens. Okay. What's the question, Yazri? Dora, did you finish your homework? Shh. She fell asleep after playing with the camera again. She really does love it. She's interested in so many things, like music and writing. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh? I only hope that she doesn't become like me. Oh, so we actually take after Mom. You still have regrets about back then? You know, I thought you were so beautifully radiant. Bone-in chicken wings or boneless? It depends. If I'm eating out in public, I prefer boneless, so I can use a knife and fork. I try to limit how much I eat with my hands out in public. But if I'm home, or we order takeout and bring it home, then I don't mind bone-in chicken. I feel like it tastes better too. So it kind of depends. What's the occasion, if you don't mind me asking, Yazri? Miss Patsy, hello. Hi. You're a cuddly baby right now. Going back and forth on my desk. And headbutt. 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 Hi. Hello. Yeah, hi there. Stretch. Oh, is it raining? Or is it windy? Patsy, you're on my mouse. I need it. Hey, come on, can you get off the mouse? There we go. It's all in the past now. I was naive and foolishly chasing what was only a dream. Now, I'm awake and live in reality. Let's not talk about this anymore, alright? Alright. So we actually take after our mom instead, actually. A now discontinued digital camera. It's decorated with stickers that I had stuck on as a child. The camera contained a recording that I had never seen before. Had I pressed the record button while I was asleep? The slanted video captured a long conversation between Mom and Dad. I found it difficult to understand. The Mom I knew had always seemed so ordinary. Suddenly, I realized that perhaps the words I had so aggressively thrown at her that day meant more than I had thought. That moment kept playing over and over in my mind. How silently she stood before my anger. How silently she had left the room, followed only by the sound of the door closing. Chapter 3: What She Dreamed of. Where that dream now resides. Mom's room was left. Holding the old doorknob, I felt as if I were about to meet Mom herself after all this time. Her room was filled with boxes, all neatly labeled and sorted by purpose. Somehow, it seemed like she knew she wouldn't be coming back. One box in particular caught my attention. Things I couldn't throw away. This box contained many trophies that I had never seen before. Where did she get all of these from? I really don't know anything about Mom. I feel like I'm like close to crying, honestly. Okay. Also, like, the music change between each chapter is just so nice. Like, it's not repetitive, so I appreciate that. But like each song kind of like adds to the vibe of the chapter. This looks exactly like the symbol I saw on the teacup. Oh, this symbol. Oh, that right there, the da da da, like right there. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, they did so well on the music here. And right here, like it's a lower octave, but it went from a da 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 da. It's just like the idea of like echoing back and forth at each other. It's just so well done. Oh my god, right there. Oh my god. The tinier one, it's not quite on a higher octave, but it's softer. The da da da, like it's just so nice. Oh my god. My heart. Oh my, I know I'm just repeating myself, but it's like, oh my god. like it's like I'm telling myself like, oh, I should clean this item, but then it's like the music like just hits like just certain chords and certain notes right there. It's like the back and forth, like the conversation of the, oh my, it's so well done. And it's like slowing down, so you kind of like I hear like a little bit of like the downbeat in some parts, like from the da da dum, and it kind of like the dum dum. Oh, okay, that's really nice right there. I think. Sorry, hold on. I think this one might be my favorite track so far. Like, of the chapters, I think this melody hits so nicely. Like, oh my god. This is just so nice, this song. Okay, she's drinking water now. they added a little bit right there. I didn't catch it before, but they like so it's like the da da da, but then there's like another little melody right there. It's like da 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 da, so something like that. Right there, it's like almost like harp. Like, yeah, like it sounds like harp, but it could just be that all of this is piano overlaying itself too. So pretty. Also, Yazri, make sure you get enough sleep tonight, since you mentioned that you didn't get that much sleep and everything. Unless you took a nap, then I guess that's fair, but if you did not take a nap, please make sure you take care of yourself and get some sleep. Dad, what's that? A trophy? Yep. I got this for winning first place in a math competition. Cool, huh?
What?
Does Mom know? Well, there's no way you wouldn't show her something this cool. Of course she knows. I bragged about it all the time. But then she'd look at me with that sullen look and bring the box. The box? Adora, how about a snack? We have cheesecake. So Dad realized his slip up and realized what he said and trying to distract little me. Dad, don't change the subject. A trophy I had never seen before. Writing competition. First place, Lily Mayer. It has the same symbol as the teacup. So this was the box that Dad had mentioned. I took out a few trophies and read their plates. School writing competition winner. Youth short story competition excellence award. Novel contest first place. All for Lily Mayer. These accolades demonstrated how much she had achieved, and they were proof of the dream Mom once had. She was talented enough to win all of these awards. Why didn't she pursue writing as a career? And why did she stop me from endlessly chasing my dreams so badly? One after another, thoughts endlessly flowed through my mind. Are you gonna gamble Oz in? Are you gonna risk it? Cause that you would get I guess a decent payout. No? 8-ball. Ask the 8-ball if you should gamble 10%. Nine. Okay, so maybe not 10%. How about 5%? You did that earlier? Okay, Yazri, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And then Yazri wins the 10%. Look deep in your heart and you'll see the answer. So what does your heart tell you, Zin? Should you gamble the 5%? No? Oh. Maybe next time, Zin. Feel free to ask the 8-ball questions every so often, and maybe you will, you'll get a positive answer at some point. Mayhaps. Well, it's a neutral answer. Actually, what is the weather currently? 61 degrees, so not too cold right now, actually. That's nice. Don't ask that. So you're just gonna passively get points? I mean, maybe your luck will change. Just gotta give it some time, you know? The gamble gods will smile upon you one day again. I believe it. I mean, you've been doing good in Skeez's channel. You know? You have like, what, 1.5 mil? Like, I have a lot before I can catch up. Item 14. Our last moment. Things were never the same after Mom threw away my cassette tape. I couldn't pretend that nothing had happened. This animosity persisted after high school, as I left home to study music at a distant university. I told myself I wouldn't call her until I had succeeded. Back then, I believed that once I graduated university, success would easily find its way to me. However, just as Mom had warned, the world was much colder than I had thought. Awards and words of praise became more and more meaningless. The further I drifted from success, the more I avoided calling Mom. I could already hear what she'd say. That's why I told you to stop. I told you it'd be a waste of time. I wasn't ready to hear those words to my face. Even after I had to change my phone number, I couldn't bring myself to call her. After some time, I received an unexpected call from my aunt. Mom had passed away. You think before? Now you're unlucky on Skeez's stream. Aww. Well, you're still up there, right? You're still up there. I thought I'd be able to call her anytime I wanted. But I didn't have the courage to. That would mean I'd have to admit that she was right all along. This is definitely getting me emotional. The one thing I will say is using this blowgun is very, very slow. Okay, while that's recharging, let's just do the base. And I do plan on uploading this on YouTube. I will take out some of the random things I've talked about on stream, but for the most part, everything will be on YouTube. You know, in case anybody wants to ever like listen back to some of the stuff here. And then I actually do have another, I think, kinetic visual novel on my library. So maybe I would do that one as well. And it's kind of Halloween themed. It's called The Ghost of Alcantara. So that one is like a little bit of a murder mystery visual novel. But, this should be a chill read eventually. I guess we'll just do the keyboard. Press the typewriter keys 5 times. That's so cool. That like the amount of features they have right now for this on this. I guess like in general, like the features on a lot of the items that we end up cleaning. Let's see what other spots we are missing. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Are you getting cozy, Nazari? Just sitting here with some water and a small bag of chips and listening. Well, I'm glad I can provide some background noise then. What type of chips do you have? Lay's sour cream and onion. Nice. I've been liking the Pringles sour cream and onions. Are you leaving? If I don't go now, I'll be late for my flight. You have a lot of luggage. I'll drive you to the airport. It's fine. I know you're busy. I'll be going now. Adora. Oh. A typewriter that looks like a prop from a black and white film. It seems that Mom typed her stories on it. Come to think of it, that was the last conversation we ever had. I had left without looking back, determined to return only when I had succeeded. I wanted to prove Mum wrong, but that door I shut so firmly never opened again. I opened the small drawer at the bottom of the typewriter. Inside were sheets of paper and the attic key. Most of the papers were stories that Mom had written. The rest seemed to be contracts. Among the papers were a few letters that began with the salutation, "Dear Miss Lily Mayer." I picked up a letter that was filled with writing. Dear Miss Lily Mayer, it's been some time since I last penned a letter to you. I recall in your previous letters that you have been a fan of mine for some time now. I wanted to let you know that I read the story you sent this time as well. Please understand that I say this for your sake. I have read your works for a long time now, and they lack any aspect of exceptionality. Certainly, you could make a livelihood out of your writing, but I doubt that standard alone would be satisfactory for you. I understand your desire to be a writer. However, discretion is sometimes the better part of valor. I believe that your time would be better spent in another field of work. I truly apologize for conveying these words much too late. Sincerely, Lewis. He's the one that, the inkwell, and like her favorite author and everything. Miss Patsy, you are going ham on that. Hey. Psst, 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 psst. Hey. You from there? Okay. So, this was like with her, being let down and all of that stuff. That's really sad. Words left unsaid. Lewis was the name of Mom's favorite writer, the writer she admired, the one who might have even inspired her to pursue writing. I couldn't begin to imagine how it'd feel if someone I respected told me to give up. I imagined Mom opening the letter, hoping to find praise or encouragement, but the further she read, the greater the despair on her face. This is really sad. If a composer I admired had said the same to me, I wouldn't have been able to take it either. So, Adora's coming to understand her mom a lot more than she originally did. We're just gonna do just kind of a quick brush, see what comes off easily. It's a lot of dust. A lot of rust. It's really caked on too, actually. Luckily, a lot of these stain outlines come off with the brush. If I were to give my younger cousins or my nieces and my nephews this type of phone, would they know or figure out how to call using these type of phones? Just a curious little thought, you know? inputting random numbers. I don't actually know what number I'm pressing, but yeah. Patsy, that was such a big thud. I don't think there was like a specific number, you know, to call. This is gonna be a little annoying to clean, actually. Okay, so more small details than anything else. Miss Patsy, what? Is she wondering why I'm still awake, or is it time for breakfast for her? I think she's wondering why I'm still awake, if I'm being honest. I mean, I tried to let her leave if she wanted to go, but she decided to stay in my office. And honestly, she's probably gonna have a hairball. She was just cleaning herself, and I just saw her eat some of her fur. So we'll have to be mindful of that. Yeah, Miss Patsy, I'm talking about you. Call recorded on February 19th. I think I'll be admitted to the hospital soon. Could you help me tidy up the house? Please. I don't have anyone else I can ask to do this. Lily, don't say that. I still have the spare key, so I'll go by when I have time. Thank you. Before you come, I'll put away things like the trophies. It's strange, isn't it? Back then, I was so desperate to forget everything. But when I was cleaning the house and saw my typewriter and all those trophies, I remember the days when I wrote so happily. Why do we only realize how precious something is after we lose it? Writing and Adora? Lily, have you called Adora? I tried calling her 2 days ago, but she didn't answer. Maybe she changed her number. I left a voicemail, but I'm not sure if she heard it. If I were brave enough to call her sooner, would we still be in touch right now? Back then, I thought the best thing to do was give her time. A landline phone. By calling a specific date, you can hear recordings from that day. The call was between Mom and my aunt. From her voice and coughing, I could hear how difficult it was for Mum to talk. After I left home, my pride and drive to prove myself held me back from contacting Mom. All this time, I never once thought about how Mom must have felt. I didn't think that she would regret what she had done, nor did I know that she had called me. If I had just called her when I changed my number. Chapter 3 complete. I'm okay. I'm just like teary-eyed. I also don't have tissues, so I'm just gonna use a napkin, which I guess counts as a tissue. A letter from the past. This is really getting me emotional. As I looked at the old attic key that I found in Mum's typewriter, it reminded me of the excuse that brought me back home. Finding my aunt's necklace. Maybe she knew everything and sent me here on purpose. I held the rusted key in my hand. It felt cold and hard, but somehow also warm. As I cleaned the key, Mom and Auntie's conversation continued. I felt like I was looking at myself. When Adora said that someone had called her talented, she was just like my young, naive self. It was too painful to see her talking with those bright eyes, full of hope. At that moment, I wasn't looking at Adora, but rather the child I used to be. And here's our attic key. Also, this is definitely a very different song. There's like this the chime right here. It's very reminiscent of like church bells. It's definitely like the end of the game with this. I would say it's more simplistic, but also a lot of like finality in it too. It's like the idea of like letting go, I'd say. Like chapter 3 song had so many different layers and very emotional, and this one, you know, it's yeah. Is it quiet time? Quiet time as in like me not having a lot of like I'm not as like spastic, then yes. Quiet time as in like jump scares? Yeah, we're not doing any jump scares either. I'm just a little less spastic with this, but it's chill Friday nighttime, like, you know, just something a little cozy but also a little sad, very bittersweet. But I appreciate you coming back into the stream, even if it's not your cup of tea. We're actually almost finished this. But I hope you're having a good Friday night, Schizo. You wanted to do a scare, but it seems so cozy. Yeah, it's cozy stream right now. maybe tomorrow if I stream again, which I'm probably, if I do stream tomorrow, I will be streaming the coma recut. The attic key that I found inside the typewriter. What will I find in the attic? Oh, I'm gonna cry. The recording ended with a violent cough from Mum. I was left stunned, my heart painfully heavy. After some time, I collected myself and headed to the attic with key in tow. The attic had always been Mum's private space. When I snuck in as a child, it looked more like a storage room than somewhere fun. So I often wondered why Mom liked using it. Oh, as if to answer that question from my childhood, I found an old desk and chair in one corner of the room. On the desk laid a necklace and a dusty journal with an all too familiar name. If I never came back to this house and cleaned it, if I had left those mementos undisturbed between dust, I would have never learned about Mum's true feelings. I had a feeling that this diary had been waiting here all this time, just for me. I carefully brushed away the thick dust and opened it. That day, when Adora handed me her tape with such excitement on her face, I could see the hope in her eyes, that innocent face, certain she could realize her dream. I knew that face well. I was afraid that she would curse her wasted years and regret everything. I need to stop this now. For her sake, I chose to be harsh. I believe that her hating me was the lesser of two evils. When I started to tidy up Adora's belongings, I was able to see the remnants of her dreams in my hands. Through them, I could feel her sorrows and joys. That was when I looked back on my past. My younger self, who I thought naive and foolish, was shining as brilliantly as those traces of Adora. I've wanted to tell her my true feelings, but I can't reach her anymore. All I can do is wait. This is really emotional. I didn't think I was gonna get this emotional. I hope you return one day so I can tell you this. Adora? It was thanks to you that I was able to face myself again. I was ashamed of my past. I was happy to see a part of myself in you. I had hurt you so gravely, yet you brought me comfort. I should have said this to you sooner. No matter what path you choose to walk, no matter how you live your life, I will always love and support you. Mom's diary ended there. After closing it, I noticed a letter laying on a corner of the desk. There was something I thought I'd never see again. The cassette tape that I recorded my first song on. I put the tape into the cassette player and opened the envelope. The letter inside contained lyrics which seemed to accompany my song. I slowly recited Mom's lyrics. My novice melody and her poetic verses complemented each other well, as if they had always been together from the start. Oh. What would you do to see those lost birds once again? Looking above, your eyes dance with the dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything? Bright in my dream, you're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you. I really wish that there was like somebody singing this, because I would have loved to hear how it would have sounded like, and everything, like what was going to be imagined for that. But that was Undusted, Letters from the Past. And now we're going into the credits. Also, good job on your gamble skis. Oh, here we go! Here we go! They're actually singing it.
Lost birds once again. What can I do to hear them sing? Would you walk through me those wide, or search through lonely streams? If there's any chance to see them once again. Looking above, your eyes dance with a dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything right in my dream? You're singing to the moon and stars. have some time to see me once again. Looking above, your eyes dance with the dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything bright in my dream? You're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up my room behind you.
Oh, oh my god. Her mother was just hugging her from behind like that. Oh. Oh my god. This is so bittersweet. So, that was Undusted. Wow. I know that, like, when I did the demo, I figured it was gonna be, like, emotional, but I didn't think it was gonna be this emotional in the full game. I really appreciate you guys all hanging out with me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the story as well. Yeah, it hit hard. There's not much I can say. Yeah, no, you're welcome. I'm glad to have shared this on stream. I know it's not maybe everybody's cup of tea, but I'm really glad I decided to stream this and everything. Oh fuck, I'm like really emotional still. Okay, so I think I am gonna end stream here. So have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.